Hi everyone, I'm Amanda L, and today we are doing a fun, funky, and stretchy flow. So we are going to do lots of playing around, arm balances, inversions, stretching it all out. It's going to be super fun. So whenever you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started right away in a downward dog. So we're going to get moving right away today by pedaling out your feet, swaying your hips from side to side. And then walking your hands to the back of the mat, folding over, forward fold. You can have a deep or gentle bend in the knees, maybe easy sway. Pressing firmly down through the left fingertips, bending through the left knee, opening up towards that right side. And then sweeping through center up and over to the other side. Coming back through middle, folding over. Walking out into a plank pose. Starting to wake things up here. Holding in the position, but moving the breath in and out. Taking a side plank on the right side. Coming back through center, lowering halfway down. Pressing right back up. Side plank left side. Coming through the middle, lowering and lifting up and back, downward dog. Big inhale, right leg sweeps up and back, down dog split, sending that foot to the top of the mat, dropping down the back knee, arms reach high. Bring your fingertips back down onto the mat, tucking your back toes, shifting your hips back, straightening out through the front leg. Sweeping forward, stepping back, downward dog. Right away, left leg lifts. Taking that foot to the top of the mat, back knee lands, arms reach high on the inhale. Palms drop down, tucking your back toes, shifting your hips back, straightening through the front leg. And then coming forward, meeting in a downward dog. Hands walk to the back of the mat once more. Finding that fold. And then from here, planting down your palms. Bringing the knees to the backs of the arms. Looking forward, leaning forward, maybe playing with a crow pose. You can have both feet touching the ground. Just working on lifting and lowering, maybe one foot and then the other, or maybe you can do both. Playing around here, choosing your own little adventure within your ability and comfort level. Making sure to send that gaze forward. If you look down or if you look back, you'll probably fall forward. And that's not where we're going. We're not going back. We are looking and shifting forward towards the future, towards our goals, towards everything that's next with contentment in the present moment of the balance of the crow pose. Bring your feet down, swaying from side to side in that squat. Parallel out your feet with the long edges of the mat folding over. Grabbing a hold of the left ankle with the right hand. Left hand comes out a bit in front of you. And then coming into a twist towards that left side. If it helps to bend the right knee to get a bit deeper, that's a great option. And then coming up and over towards the other side. Back through center, walking it out, downward dog. Right leg reaches high. Bringing the right knee to the back of the right arm. You can pause here if you want to go a bit further. Straightening out through both legs, leaning forward, looking forward, and then maybe lifting that back leg off of the mat. Pressing up and back. This time, right knee towards that left back of the arm, elbow. You can pause there, or maybe bringing that right knee to the back of the left arm, looking forward, leaning forward. Maybe your feet come off of the mat. Coming back into your downward dog, and then landing in your low lunge. Back knee drops down once more, and just pausing here. Shifting back, straightening through that front leg. As you shift forward, pressing firmly down through your palms, kicking off of that right foot, maybe a handstand kick. You don't have to come all the way up. You don't have to come up at all. Maybe just a slight shift and kick. Maybe you take it a bit further. Maybe you take it even further. Playing around with whatever you have going on there. A bit of handstand playtime. Couple more times, playing with that, shifting back and shifting forward. And finishing up with your handstands, meeting in a child's pose, just for a moment. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips high, downward dog. Right away, left leg reaches up. Sending that knee to the left elbow, pausing there. If you want to look forward, lean forward a bit. Maybe both feet can come up off of the mat. And shifting up and back. Elbow, right elbow to left knee. You can make a shelf for it, looking forward, leaning forward. For me, doesn't happen. Both sides are not even on my body, so I cannot get there, but I can work towards that space. And then reaching up and back, down dog split. Bringing that foot to the top of the mat, dropping down that back knee and pausing here for a moment. Tucking your back toes, shifting your hips back. As you go forward, landing your palms, lifting up off of that back foot and then the front foot, handstand hops. Letting these land you where they do. Maybe you just play with kicking up and then coming right back down. Maybe you don't come up at all. You just rock back and forth. Maybe you're somewhere in the middle. Playing for a couple of more moments. Maybe you fall out, just like I did. And then you get back right back to it. Trying again. Finishing up whatever you have going on. Landing in that child's pose. And while we're in the land of inversions, pressing your forearms down into the mat, you can have your hands parallel to each other, Or you can press those palms together and then coming up into a dolphin, lifting those hips high, rocking back and forth, lowering and lifting through the heels. And then you can stay there playing around with that, or if you would like to go for a little forearm stand adventure, giving that a go. Lowering and lifting, back and forth. Maybe you use a wall for some support. Playing around for a few more moments. And then this time, meeting in a puppy pose, reaching your palms forward, heart cascading down towards the mat, landing on your chin or maybe your forehead, or maybe you're up a little higher. Landing where you can still connect to your breath. Now let's flow a bit. So rolling out of that, setting your hips down towards the mat, up dog or cobra. Lowering your hands down to bring them underneath of your shoulders, pressing up and back, downward dog. Right leg reaches high, down dog split. Sending that foot to the top of the mat. Big inhale, arms reach high. Easy exhale, twisting towards that right side. Big inhale up through center, opening up, warrior two. Right away, tip it on back, reverse, up and over, extended side angle. Left palm reaches down towards the mat, right arm reaches high, dropping the back knee down, grabbing a hold of the back foot with that right hand, pausing here. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but I had my feet up against the wall and I can see that my feet were dirty. So there's like a dirt rainbow as a backdrop here. I got to take care of that. Releasing that back foot if you had a hold of it, turning towards that right side or that left side, sinking your hips down, Skandasana, facing the left side of your mat. If you can't get quite as deep, you can come up a little bit more. Reaching yourself through center, parallel out your feet, folding over, wide-legged forward fold. You're welcome to stay here and enjoy the fold. We will be revisiting a fold on the other side, just like this. So you will have 2 times to be here. If you would like to take this one into an inversion of your choice, have at it. I'm going for a headstand. You can go for anything or just stay in the fold. Allowing yourself a few moments here. Coming out of whatever you have going on, landing in your wide-legged fold. And then turning towards the top of the mat once more. This time, your right foot is on the outer edge of both of your palms, dropping the back knee down. Landing here once again. Tucking your toes, shifting your hips back, straightening out through that front leg. And then shifting forward just a bit, coming onto all fours as you sweep that right leg around, rolling through some cat-cows, swaying side to side. Tucking your toes, hips high, down dog, left leg reaches up. Sending it towards the top of the mat, rolling up through center, twisting towards that front leg. Big inhale up through center and opening up warrior two. Right away, tip it on back, reverse, and sending yourself forward, extended side angle. Right hand to the mat, opposite arm reaches high. Back knee grazes the floor, pausing there or reaching back for that foot. No slingshots as you release, opening up towards the right, sinking your hips down, Skandasana. Lifting your hips up high and folding over a wide leg forward fold. Once you're here, you can play around with another inversion or just melt into this space. We will be taking it real slow and stretchy after this. Making your way out of whatever you have going on. And then bringing your feet or your hands towards the top of the mat. Back knee drops down, palms on the inside of that front leg. Shifting back, straightening out through the front leg. And then swinging it around, landing on all fours, rolling around a bit. Lifting up and back, downward dog, right leg reaches high. Bending through the knee, opening up the hip so much so that you tip it on over into a rock star. Coming back through center, sending that right foot to the outer edge of the left side of the mat. Hips lift up. One more time, down dog split. And finding your pigeon pose. And landing here for a few deep breaths. Slowly making your way up, maybe taking a turn towards that front leg. You can open things up towards the open side, that left side, grabbing a hold of the back foot if that's accessible, if that feels good. If not, don't do it. It's that simple. We just like to complicate things by thinking that we need to or we should be somewhere that we're not. And finding your way back into your downward dog. Left leg reaches up, bending the knee, opening the hip so much that you tip it on over. And then coming back through center. Sending that foot to the outer edge of the left or the right hand. Getting my lefts and rights mixed up. One more down dog split. And pigeon pose. Showing this space. Connecting to your breath here for a few more moments. Starting to make your way up, maybe into a twist. Opening things up. And coming into downward dog. This time taking an easy walk towards the top of the mat, forward fold once you get there. Noticing just how it feels now compared to the beginning of the practice. And then sending your feet out a bit to sink down into a squat. As your hips land, finding a forward fold of your choice, a little choose your own adventure. I'm going wide leg. You could have your feet together. You could have straight legs. Big inhale wherever you're at. An easy exhale, folding over. And making your way onto your back. Taking your knees with you as you head there. Gentle sway from side to side on your spine once you land. Letting your knees fall towards the left, coming into a twist. And then taking your knees over towards the right for another one. As your knees come back to center, finding one final place to be and allowing it to be whatever you're called to. So it could be a happy baby, a plow pose, a wheel, a bridge, something totally different. Letting yourself be the guide here for just a brief moment. And finishing up whatever you have going on. Bring your legs out long, arms at your sides, eyes float closed if that feels comfortable for you. Integrating for a few moments. You knew how long this class would be coming into it, so do not skip the most important part, the integration. That's what I like to call it because we can use the traditional Shavasana, we can say relax, we can say whatever, but integration just kind of hits a little harder, has a bit more resonance to it, provides a bit more of a recognition of the importance of staying. To integrate all that you have worked through into the memory, the energy, the essence of your body. Starting to make your way up to sit, taking your time and keeping your eyes closed if that's okay. Taking a big inhale up through your nose, arms reach high. Palms pressed together at the top, pulling your thumbs into your chest, connecting to your heartbeat. Another big inhale and an easy exhale. Opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and let me know in the comments if you have any special requests for any future classes. I would love to hear from you. And with that, I will see you next time.